Life in America has become unbearable for some Americans. Because of the drastic increase in prices of commodities, most of these Americans find it difficult to carry out their livelihoods. They find it difficult to afford food to feed their families. They find it difficult to pay for their house rent. And this has resulted to some of these Americans living in their cars. Welcome to the reality room. Thank you for stopping by. Please do not forget to like our videos, share, drop your thoughts in the comment section. Let us watch these clips and see how some of these Americans live in their cars.
The European Union has expressed concern about rich Africans who are moving to the Caribbean. That's a real thing. The European Union have expressed concern that rich Africans are actually moving to the Caribbean, because I suppose you don't want people of the Caribbean and people of Africa trading together. And why would you want such a union? Black people reconnecting with other black people, going to a black country predominantly run by black people. That should raise a huge concern to the European Union. And the thing that annoys me most about colonizers is that they don't want you in their territory, but they don't want you in your territory. So basically what they're trying to say is, Africans, please stay in Africa, okay? Do not even go to other countries where other black people live, because we don't like when black people are getting along. And the absurdity of this.
Every black girl's dream is to be white. I don't even know how you could say some stuff like that on this app. Every black girl's dream is to be white. Now, why do you think that my dream would be to be white? Out of all of the things that I could have dreams about. But will you please look at the color of my skin? I love myself. I love the fact that I am a beautiful and strong black woman. And don't get me wrong, I think that white women are beautiful, but I love who I am. And I don't aspire to become a white woman. When I was younger, I wanted to be an architect. I later wanted to become a journalist and an electrical engineer after that. So I've dreamt of becoming different things, but none of those things has ever been a white woman. And the fact that you would even make a suggestion like that is completely ridiculous. Please stop making accusations like this online. Oh my goodness.
Social media has really helped me solidify the fact that Black Americans, we are it. We are everybody's favorite person ever. We are the blueprint. We are the trendsetters. We're it. So serious. Go to anybody's page nowadays and you can see their reposts. Their reposts filled with black people, even if the person that owns that page is not black. I be going to Asian people's pages, white people's pages, Mexicans' pages, and it's black folks all throughout their reposts. We just out here doing what needs to be done, and everybody loves it. Everybody want to be a nigga, but nobody wants to be a nigga. But that's a topic for a different day.
If you're black in Colorado, the only way people will acknowledge you and care about you is if you're talented, is if you suffer. If you're white in Colorado, your mommy and daddy just pay for you to become noticed if you're talented. This
man is pointing to something that has been happening for quite some time in Europe and America, yet many people don't really think about it. For some, it sounds unbelievable. For others, it has become a daily reality. More and more people are now living in their vehicles, turning cars, vans, and even small SUVs into bedrooms and temporary homes. Now, listen to him carefully and drop your thoughts in the comments.
What's happening right now should concern everyone. Across parts of Europe and the United States, more people are choosing or being forced to sleep in their cars. Some have converted their vehicles into small living spaces with beds, storage compartments, and even portable cooking equipment. And before anyone rushes to judge them, ask yourself this: what choice do some of these people really have? The cost of rent has increased dramatically in many cities. House prices remain out of reach for millions. Utility bills continue to rise. Taxes, insurance, transportation costs, and everyday expenses keep putting pressure on household budgets. For some workers, even having a full-time job is no longer enough to comfortably afford housing in certain areas. As a result, some people have decided that living in a vehicle is the only way to avoid crushing rent payments and save money.
What he is saying reflects a reality that many people are already experiencing. The rising cost of housing and everyday living expenses has placed enormous pressure on individuals and families. While living in a vehicle may offer a temporary solution for some, it does not address the root causes of the problem. Many believe that increasing affordable housing, supporting wage growth, and creating policies that reduce the burden of living costs could help improve the situation. This is a conversation worth having because it affects real people and real communities. What do you think? Share your thoughts in the comments.
Okay, this is going to sound arrogant coming from a white guy, but I finally figured out why it is so infuriating to be black in America. And just hear me out. You can let me have it if I'm wrong. But the infuriating thing about being black in America is not being pulled over for driving while black. It's not being passed up for the promotion that you deserved. It's not even the generational wealth and opportunity that your family lost because of redlining in your grandparents' generation and the centuries of oppression before that. What's infuriating is that you can't talk about it. You can't talk about these things without being accused of playing the race card and making it all about race. That's the infuriating part. It's like you're not allowed to talk about reality, your own lived reality, without constant pushback. So we made this documentary, The Sins of Our Fathers, Race, Religion, and the Rise of Trump, which actually just came out this week. Because we realized that Donald Trump didn't deceive us, we deceived ourselves. Because we refuse to face the truth of our own history as a nation. So we're bringing it all to the light so we can face reality, even if it's uncomfortable. Because until we are honest about our white supremacy, past and present, we have no pathway forward as a nation.
Housing affordability has become a major problem across the United States. Rent has increased substantially over the years, and as such, most families use a large share of their income just to have a roof over their heads. The American economic picture is changing, and the numbers tell a much more complicated story. Some of these Americans have resorted to asking themselves the question if their president will someday regain his senses and fulfill the promises he made to them. It is really heartbreaking seeing some of these Americans living in their cars. Like, what happened? All this because they cannot afford money to pay for their rentage.
So you guys know that all black people didn't come from the hood, right? Like, my parents didn't come from the hood or my grandparents. Yeah. So when black people will tell me, oh, you forgot where you came from, I'm like, I forgot my nice neighborhood I grew up in. I don't know what you mean. And then from there, you're automatically bougie, or you're automatically thinking you're better. No, I can't change my reality. That's not being boastful. That's just the truth of my life. And that's the problem. Nobody wants black people to actually have lived a blessed life without the whole black struggle. Please don't get me wrong. I've had struggles in my life. Definitely, plenty of them. But that stereotypical black struggle, I cannot say that I had. And that's okay to say. You're not gonna make me feel bad that my parents did their job. You're not. And that's not me trying to make myself better than anybody else. No, it's just simply my reality. And that's okay if that's my reality, just like you have a different reality than I do. Life is made out of choices. Some people have not made the right choices. I understand life can hand you different cards. And my heart goes out to you guys that really had it hard growing up. I really do sympathize with you. But making somebody else feel bad for the choices that their parents, their grandparents, their great-grandparents made in order for them to have legacy and generational wealth, that is not fair. That is not. And nobody is going to make me feel bad about my life. So I would encourage you, instead of looking at it at the lens of, oh, you just a bougie black person, blah, blah, blah. Or how about I'm just a black person that has a different experience than you do? Everything doesn't have to be so negative. You guys sound like you have mental issues because you're so worried about everybody else's life. Make good choices. Maybe this legacy starts with you. You in this generation. Start creating generational wealth. Start creating a legacy for your family. The Bible says a wise man leaves an inheritance for his children's children. You should already be thinking about generations to come. What a concept.
I completely understand when you hear Americans say they were homeless, but they were staying in their cars. Because I've always just thought, how are you homeless, but you have a car? I was totally cheap. Get a Jeep for $7. It's now $6. Ooh! Wow, I wonder the year. Is this 2011? Like 11 doesn't mean it's a 2011 model. That one doesn't have a price. This is a Subaru for $5,999. A Subaru. This is a Toyota. Checker. Let me look. Uzoyithola ngo-7,900. 7,999. Check this car out. Family car vibes. Grand Cherokee or Chrysler. This one is 8,099, and it's a 2015 model. And then this cute. This one is so cute. It's so cute. What car is this? 2015, 9,900. Ah, no, this car's cute. I don't think I've ever seen it. It's very sporty. It's a very sporty car. I want to see what car it is. Imagine 10,000. Oh, Honda. Ay, Honda yalwa. Yalwa. Honda le. 10,000. Imagine. It's so cute. It's such a cute vehicle. Okay. And then this one, it looks a bit older. It's a Nissan. No, moto 5,000. Got me a Cadillac. I ain't a price. They don't have a price. Here's a VW. He Passat.
11.5.
It was. Now, Uber.
11.5. It was 11.9.
It's now 11.9 still.
11.5.
Oh.
That's Mustang.
I ain't a price. What?
No, price.
Ooh, no. I think they're just saying you're buying it as is, but they don't have a price. You're buying it as is, yeah.
Okay.
This one also doesn't have a price. It's a Honda. This one doesn't have a price, and there's a truck for 10,000. Uhlale nje uthi nje hayi iveni anginayo. Nayi iveni ilahlile ngo-10,000. Isendalini iveni 10,000. Uhlale nje uthi hayi 4x4 anginayo.
And if you ask me, I love being Black American because don't nobody like us. But we just be in our own little bubble, not giving a fuck. Like we don't give a fuck. We do our trends. Everybody copy. And I know like a lot of Black Americans be trying, like they say we should gatekeep. I like the fact that everybody want to be like us, cause we the shit. Like if I wasn't one of us, I would want to be one of us too, you know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers be talking about, y'all don't know where y'all really from. We be telling y'all where we from. I told y'all, Birmingham, Alabama. Motherfuckers say Chicago, Detroit, LA, duh! Motherfuckers mad as fuck we descendants of slaves and we still got flavor. We still got flavor. Oh, y'all have no culture. Come on now. Come on, we are the culture. Now, me personally, I fucks with all Black people. I don't give a fuck where you from. But the fact that motherfuckers don't fuck with us is crazy to me because I never realized until I got on this motherfucking clock app. And then every time y'all try to come for us, y'all get ate up.
That's the thing, because that's the culture. Like, you can't out eat us. Like, every single time y'all try to, you motherfucker make a video loud and confident, they get ate right the fuck up every single time. I have yet to see a motherfucker come for us and actually eat.
But can we just talk about how African Americans and Africans don't even look that different?
I am convinced that a lot of West Africans do not have a good idea of what they actually look like. Because as a Black American, I can tell from a mile away whether you're Black American or whether you're African. And it has nothing to do with your facial features. It has nothing to do with your skin tone. It has nothing to do with your hair texture. I can tell by looking in your eyes whether you are African or Black American. Black Americans are 400 years removed from Africa. Majority of Africans have 90 to 100% African DNA. Majority of Black Americans have about 20% European DNA. So you're not going to sit up here and tell me that I look like someone who has 90 to 100% African in them when I'm 1/3 white. And I think the big issue here is I feel like a lot of African people feel as if a Black American person is saying, oh, we don't look like you, then we're calling you ugly. No, that's not the case. We just don't look like you. Any Black American would be able to look at you and say, oh yeah, you're African, or hey, you're Jamaican, or hey, you're a Black American. Because we as a community have built such a tight-knit community that we know who our people are. We know our kinfolk. And us saying that we do not look like you and that we can tell the difference it's not throwing shade at you at all. It's not saying, oh, you're less attractive or that we're better than you. It's not saying that at all. I've had so many Africans say, oh, you look like you're from South Africa. You look Egyptian. You look like you're from East Africa. You look everything except for the fact that my ancestry is West African. Honey, no. The features that you see that don't look 100% West African, it's just European DNA. And it's from slavery. And I wish a lot of African people would just stop trying to gaslight Black Americans and just respect the fact that we are a separate group of people with our own cultures, with our own identities, with our own separate looks.
America has got to be the only country where Black people identify with another country. Because I just came across Black Scottish people, and I've been sitting here for about the last 30, 40 minutes just watching their videos. Not one Black person over there in Scotland identified as African Scottish. Every one of them was just like, yeah, we're Scottish. Every one of them. So then that made me go do research on people from other countries, Black people from other countries. Bruh, all of them just say where they're from and they claim to be a part of that country. So why do Americans want to identify as African Americans? When do we get to a point in America to where whenever you think Americans, you think of white people? Why is that? Black people are Americans. Y'all are just as much American as anybody, as white people. We are all Americans, okay? I identify as American. That's the only reason I said y'all, because I don't identify as African. I ain't got no connection to Africa or Europe. I'm just an American, bro. I've been saying that. So, but like, why do we get to that point? Y'all are Americans. You have no connection to Africa. You see what I'm saying? You're not living in African culture. You go to Africa right now, you know nothing about what's going on over there. You don't know the language. You don't know the culture. You don't know none of that. Half of y'all only want to be a part of the good parts of Africa anyway.
Some Black Americans are building businesses, buying houses, and accumulating wealth. Some of these Americans have turned to ask themselves the questions, are they the only ones going through this hardship? While some of these Black Americans are accumulating wealth, millions of Americans across racial groups are struggling to survive. Please do not forget to like our video, subscribe to our channel, click on the notifications, and drop your thoughts in the comment section.